One of the most common symptoms with women going through perimenopause and menopause is gas and bloating. This is a very, very common symptom, but there's simple ways to reduce this. And in this video, I wanted to share with you the way I help women to reduce this. Honestly, it's an annoying symptom. It's really hard to feel confident and healthy and happy if you're bloated all the time. And of course, gas is embarrassing, and it's just a sign that your digestion isn't digesting all of the food that you're eating. And whatever part of your meal isn't being digested, it starts to ferment in the digestive tract. I know it sounds a little gross, but that's exactly what's happening. And as we all know, anything that ferments produces gas. So here are a few tips to help you start feeling more comfortable and at ease after a meal. The first thing is, and remember, some of these are going to be very obvious, but the first one is slow down the pace of your eating. I can't tell you how much this made a difference in my life. I used to eat very quickly. So when I started really making efforts to slow down, actually putting my spoon or fork down between bites, which was really hard for me, I felt much more settled after a meal, much less gassy and bloated. This goes along with the first suggestion, is to chew your food. I know there's numbers out there. You should chew each bite 20, 30, 40 times. All I say is chew your food until it feels like it's really digested in your mouth before you swallow it. When we leave all the digestion just up to our stomachs to do that, it can cause a lot of strain on our digestive system. So chew your food. Sip warm water between meals. Warm water really helps to settle your stomach. And also mint tea can also help if you're feeling a bit unsettled. When we drink warm water over cold water, so it just helps that whole process run more smoothly. The actual digesting of food, one of those times where I'm going to laugh at this word. The digestion of our food in our stomachs can go quicker and with more ease if it's in a warm environment. Cold water kind of puts out the fire, and we need a strong digestive fire in order to digest our food. Now, another tea, I mentioned mint tea, another tea that's really nice for helping your digestion, especially if you have bloating, is fennel tea. I drink fennel tea quite often. I love the effect it has on my digestion. I also really like the taste of it. I've actually got some going right here. Yeah, I just make it in, I don't know, this is probably a 2-cup or 2.5 cup thermos, and I sip that throughout the afternoon. I don't always have fennel tea, but I do find that it really does help. Another thing, this is an obvious one, is reducing your stress. I don't know about you, but if I go to eat something and I'm stressed, my stomach just gets kind of grumbly and rumbly after. It just doesn't it's harder to digest if I'm stressed. There's a reason why the parasympathetic nervous system is also called the rest and digest system. We can't digest our food when we're stressed. So there's a few systems in our body that shut down when we're stressed, when we're in that sympathetic nervous system. Number 1 is your immune system shuts down. And number 2 is your digestive system. If you're stressed, your body believes there's an emergency happening and it needs to be on alert and prepared. It's not a time to digest a meal. I always remember my teacher teaching us, never eat when you're stressed. And I literally remember thinking, never eat when you're stressed. I'm always stressed. When am I going to eat? But it really pointed something very clear to me that I needed to reduce my stress in order for me to digest my food better. And once I started digesting my food better, the gas and the bloating, and to be honest, all of my symptoms that I was suffering with improved. So these are some really simple tips to just mindfully start practicing in your day so that you can feel more at ease after a meal.